Okay, before I start this next process, I want to introduce you to the workspace of Photoshop. Across here is the menu bar. There are all your normal things like saving, editing, filters, lots of useful things up here. Down the side here, this is called your toolbar. This is like the hammers and chisels of Photoshop. Move tool is your basic tool for moving things around. You can click on it, move it around. Down here we have a whole bunch of other tools like erasers and special tools for selecting parts so that we can cut it out. Across here, probably the most important tool that you're going to need to use is this button here. It's called Layers. If you hover over it, if you hover over anything in Photoshop, if it's a button, it'll normally tell you what it is. Layers. Layers are going to become really important in this project, and we'll get to that in a minute. So this is a basic introduction to your workspace. Now I want to bring some pictures into here. I'm going to open up my folder. In my user drive, I've got my little folder here where I've got all of my pictures. Now I've tried to save them with names that I will know what they are, just to make it easier. All I have to do, click on the picture, drag it across. See, I get this little plus symbol underneath my arrow. Drop it. Okay, I've got my picture there now. What it wants me to do is press Enter. That places the image. Next thing I want you to do is another right-click, rasterize layer. Now it means that I can edit the image pretty easily. What I want to do next is make this my background, so I'm going to drag these edges out so that it fills up the whole page. I'm going to click on Show Transform Controls. Now this has given me a little box outside of it. Your picture might be bigger or smaller. All you have to do is grab your edge, a corner, and drag it to where you want it to be. So if your picture is outside of the box, you won't be dragging it in. Now I've got this little logo down here, which I don't really want. I want to drag my picture off and hide that a little bit. So this is going to be my background, and I'm going to create my city collage along here. So once I've moved my picture, once I've adjusted it, you have to press Enter. Okay, if you don't press Enter, it won't let you do anything. So if you're trying to use one of the tools, if you're trying to do something else and it's not letting you, press Enter if you've been moving, adjusting your picture. Okay, I'm going to turn off Show Transform Controls. Next, I want to start bringing in some pictures. Now, it's kind of handy that I've got my layers over here. Let me talk to you about a couple of things in the layers palette. On the layers, imagine a nice sponge cake. You've got lots of layers. Whatever is on top is what you can see. So, if I put this white layer on top, that's what I can see. If I put the grass field on top, that's what I can see. This turns it on, turns it off. Now, importantly, when I click on a layer, the layer becomes blue. That means that anything I do to that layer, it only happens to that layer. So, for example, I decide to erase something. There we go. I'm on the blue, I'm on the grass layer, I'm erasing it, and it's erasing that layer. However, if I had that white layer selected, I'm erasing, I'm clicking down, but it's not actually doing anything because it's working on the white layer. So, whichever layer you have selected is the layer that whatever you do, it affects that. Handy little thing here. See this? I hover over there, history button. This lets me go back to all the different steps that I've been doing. I'm going to go back to my transform so I've got the right size. All right, time to import some more pictures. I want that funny building in there. Where's wonky building? I'm going to click that, drag it in. First thing I do, press Enter. Second thing I do, right click on it, rasterize layer. Now, at the moment, it's just sitting on top of there. I want this building cut out. This is an important next step. I'm going to do that in the next video.